Hi, I'm Steve Fryette of Fryette Amplification. In 1989, I started VHT Amplification, and our very first product was the VHT 2150 stereo power amplifier. That was a KTD8 powered 150 watt a channel power amp that just took off in popularity and became the gold standard for guitar rack systems of the day. Over the course of that production, we got requests from some guitar players to produce an EL34 version, and in 1991 we released the VHT Classic Power Amp, which became one of the finest guitar power amps available at the time, and available to this day for that matter. That power amp made its way into the racks of Steve Lukather, Steve Vai, Stone Temple Pilots, Michael Landau, Motley Crue, and many others. A lot of those power amps are still in use today, and in fact we still service Motley Crue's and Stone Temple Pilots power amps on a regular basis for their tours. They're just bulletproof and they were built to last a lifetime. Only 100 pieces of that classic power amp were ever built, and we ceased production of it in 1995. Shortly after that, the producer that made those specialized front panels closed the doors and went out of business, and the special tooling that was used to produce those panels disappeared along with them. Recently, an old buddy contacted me who'd gotten sick of his day job and told me that he'd started a precision machine company. He wanted to know if there was anything that they could do for us. I immediately thought of the classic power amp. I told him what was going to be involved in the tooling that we needed, and we immediately went to work. After a couple of months of engineering and rework, we came up with all the parts and processes we would need to do this project. So that was really exciting. Now, we're able to produce the entire amplifier inside and out, including the specialized engraving, machining, and hand painting processes that would be required to produce the exact reissue of the classic power amp with the Fryette logo engraved on it. With this special Kickstarter project, we're going to produce 25 of these amazing amplifiers for worldwide release. This is a one-time only production, and we're going to be using RFT EL34s. These are new old stock German production tubes that were also produced under such venerable brand names as Telefunken, Mollard, and Siemens. For the driver stages, we'll be using new old stock Philips 5814As. These are a 12AU7 variant, and they're a fantastic sounding tube. For the input stages, we're going to be fitting the same Chinese 12AX7s that we used on the original models. This is a Shuguang produced 12AX7 that was made in the early 90s, and we've treated these with frosted glass to minimize the microphonics. The power amplifier is a critical component between the music source and the speaker system, whether that music source is a guitar or a turntable, whether the speaker system is a guitar cab or a home audio hi-fi speaker system. The principle is the same. And the idea is to envelop the performer or the listener into the experience of the performance, whether that's a passive experience or an active experience, whether you're playing the instrument or standing next to it and listening to it. I've spent over 2 decades designing and refining musical instrument amplifiers. Hearing an instrument come alive through a great sounding amp is a big thrill for me. Of course, I spend a lot of time on tube selection and transformer design and a lot of minute details like that. But knowing what a great power amplifier should sound like, it's not a big surprise when I plug the Classic into my home stereo system. I feel that same sensation, that same rush. Whether I'm listening to digital or vinyl recordings, I feel the instruments and voices like I'm standing right next to them. I hear the structure, the nuance, and the space that a lot of people never get to experience. This is the experience I want to share with you. This 21st anniversary Classic reissue power amplifier will be available in all standard voltages by request. Each amplifier will have its production number engraved on the front panel and comes with a custom-built rack case. Though the digital age offers unlimited access to music and sound, it takes time-honored craftsmanship to realize the true depth and beauty of live and recorded music. I hope you'll share my enthusiasm for this special Kickstarter project. Thanks for watching.